Hi, welcome to another episode of Sports on Flip TV. Of course, you know I'm your host, Olawale Agbede. And this time around, we're on the street because, of course, the draws for the Champions League and the Europa League has been released. And we've seen all of the blockbusting ties that will be going down in Europe in the next couple of weeks. The quarterfinals and the semifinals draws have been done. I will be sampling the thoughts of a lot of guys and ladies on the streets as regards their favorite football clubs and the Champions League and the Europa League in general. So stick around. We promise you a very exciting episode of the show.
Anyways, because Spurs have missed so many opportunities. Brilliant, absolutely superb by James Ward-Prowse. That's how to take a free kick. There's no stopping that. A huge goal for Southampton.
So the Champions League draws have been done and Juventus travel to Holland to play against Ajax of Amsterdam. What are your thoughts about that game?
Well, it's still an unpredictable game. Like the bookmakers would say, they will give Juventus a better chance to win. But we can't judge it just on paper until they get to play. You can see Juve rose from the dead. They were down, like they had a 2-0 deficit and still came out in the second leg, came up tops, qualified to the next round. So to me, I can give Juve an edge over Ajax. But judging by the Champions League pedigree, I think Ajax could pull up a surprise.
Manchester City play against Spurs in an all-English tie. Who do you think goes through? Man City?
Yeah, it's an all-English tie, like you said. And I believe they have good understandings of their strengths and weaknesses. So you can't write off anyone so far until the game gets played. You can see Harry Kane is in hot form. Aguero is also in hot form. But I feel the better scorer wins in this tie, rather.
The other Manchester club, United, now managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, are going back to the Camp Nou where Solskjaer scored the winning goal for the Champions League in 1999. Do you think that plays in the minds of Barca? And maybe United might just produce the kind of result they did against PSG?
History would always repeat itself. Barcelona is a world-class team, likewise Manchester United. And we've also always known Man U to be a team that springs up with surprises in the UEFA Champions League. You can remember what they did to Bayern Munich. Was it in 1999? The magic of Dwight York and Andy Cole. In the dying minutes, they came from behind, and we can't just write off Manchester United now. It's a team. They are passing through a stage of revolution, so they could also pop up with something. But with Messi out there in Barcelona, he's a threat that Manchester needs to know how to curb. So
the final game in the Champions League, we've talked about three already, is Liverpool against Portuguese champions FC Porto. They will have to play at the Estadio da Dragao, and Porto will have to play at Anfield, two of the most ferocious stadiums in world football. What do you think will end that game?
Well, with the fire brewing in the Anfield side, from the Anfield section, I think Porto, it will take lots of work for Porto to have anything positive, come out with anything positive from that match, from that tie. But I give Liverpool the edge to override Porto. But Porto, like we've always known, during the days of Mourinho, they surprised the whole world of football, and they could also spring up surprises this time again.
So in the Europa League, Chelsea traveled to Czech Republic against Slavia Prague, and Arsenal will be going over to the Sao Paulo to play against Carlo Ancelotti's Napoli. What do you think is going to happen in those games?
The two London sides have done well so far, but Chelsea, judging with the composition of their team, they have world-class players. No one knows Slavia Prague in the Europa, so I think Chelsea goes through with this one. Arsenal, they came up with something unbelievable. No one expected them to pass through this stage. After Rennes beat them 3-1. I won't use the word wallop, but still, they advanced, winning 3-0 without conceding a goal. I see them qualifying.
But Arsenal ahead after 11 minutes. A windy day, and a shot that came like a thunderbolt. Doesn't get many, but when
Liverpool play FC Porto, and the champions of Portugal will have to travel to the northeast of England to play Liverpool at Anfield. What do you think is going to end that game?
Well, I take Liverpool to qualify because it's more like a repeat of last season when Liverpool faced FC Porto and Liverpool at that edge.
All right, so he thinks Liverpool get a result against FC Porto, but the all-English tie is going to be at the Etihad. and probably at New White Hart Lane, because Spurs will be moving to their stadium very soon. Do you think maybe that gives Spurs an advantage against the defending Premier League champions?
Well, for this competition of Champions League, I see Man City as coming top of that game, beating Spurs home and away.
All right, he thinks they'll beat them home and away. Juventus are a side definitely who can win home and away against Ajax Amsterdam. Is that how you see it also?
Of course, because Juventus has that leverage. With a world-class player like Cristiano Ronaldo, they are good to go.
All right, final game, Camp Nou, Old Trafford, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer versus Ernesto Valverde. Who comes through?
That game would be a tight one, because looking at the present Man United recent form compared to that of FC Barcelona, it's really unpredictable. But I would say Barcelona has that edge.
When you talk of recent form, we'll go to the Europa League where Arsenal have been faced with Napoli of Italy. Both sides a little bit inconsistent, although Napoli doing really well at the back with their defense. Who do you think goes through, Napoli or Arsenal?
It will be a tight one as well, just like the one in Champions League with Barcelona and Man U. But I would prefer Napoli go through.
And I believe you expect Chelsea to go through against Slavia Prague.
Oh, definitely. That's it's second. So Chelsea is going through. They are qualifying.
All right, thank you very much. Manchester United have been faced against five-time European champions FC Barca, so they have to travel to the Camp Nou in the second leg after hosting Barca at Old Trafford in the first leg in the middle of April. What does Taiwo think about that game, and who does he think will go through?
Definitely, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm definitely going to support Manchester United. So, but I know it's going to be a tough game because Barca also is a tough team right now. But we surprised PSG. Definitely, we can pull out anything. We can surprise Barca as well.
All right, he thinks Manchester United can surprise Barca. Can Ajax surprise Juventus?
That's also a tight one, but I think Juve has an upper hand in that game. Juve does have an upper hand in the game.
The all-English ties between Manchester City and Spurs, who has the upper hand?
That game, but I'm going to give it to Manchester City. I'm going to give it to Manchester City.
And the final one is between Liverpool and FC Porto. Anfield, Estadio da Dragao. Porto, European champions in 2004. Liverpool, European champions in 2005. Who do you think comes through?
That match, I think Liverpool is going to beat Porto. I think Liverpool is going to beat Porto based on their current form. Liverpool is going to beat Porto.
All right, we know that you're a United fan, and United are definitely in the Champions League. But they're in the Champions League because they won the Europa League a couple of seasons ago. They did that fantastically against Ajax. And Arsenal are the ones in the Europa League at the moment. Arsenal play against SS Napoli of Italy. Who do you think goes through in that game?
I think that game I can't really predict because Arsenal right now, they are kind of skeptical with their games. They are not direct. They lose, they win. I think it's going to be just a good game, but I'm still giving it to Arsenal. But Arsenal can just do anything on the game.
And the final game, Chelsea go to Czech Republic to play against Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague also go to Stamford Bridge to play against Mauricio Sarri's Chelsea. I think that should be a walk in the park for Chelsea. What do you think?
Yes, definitely Chelsea is going to win this one, both home and away. I think Chelsea is going to take the crown there.
All right, thank you very much, Taiwo. So we have Jumi right now on the show, and she's an Arsenal fan. Definitely Arsenal are in the Europa League, but we'll start off from the Champions League, the 4 games in the quarterfinals, and who she thinks will go through. So maybe we'll start with the game in England, since she supports a club in the Premier League. Manchester United will be hosting FC Barca for the first leg of the quarterfinals tie in the UEFA Champions League. Who do you think will go through? Man U, Barca?
Man U.
All right, she thinks Manchester United will go through against Barcelona. Manchester City also will be playing against Spurs, Wembley, and Etihad. The game will be going down. Manchester City, Tottenham. Who do you think goes through?
Manchester City.
All right, Manchester City, Manchester United. She's picked Liverpool, the fourth English side on our rundown. Will be playing against former champions FC Porto. Liverpool, Porto. Your pick?
Liverpool too.
All right, she thinks Liverpool will go through. And the final game is going to be Juventus and Ajax Amsterdam. Juventus, Ajax, who do you think is going to win?
Juventus.
All right, she thinks it's Juventus. So Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Manchester United for Taiwo. Now we'll go to the Europa League where her team is participating. And we'll start off with Chelsea. Chelsea, Slavia Prague. Who goes through?
I think Chelsea.
And finally, Arsenal against Napoli. You think Arsenal goes through, right?
Sure, 100% sure.
She's 100% sure that Arsenal goes through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Thank you very much, Taiwo, for joining me on the show. all on today's episode of the show. We already know the games that are going down in the Premier League over the course of the week, and I will sample the thoughts of our friends on the street as regards to their favourite clubs and the teams they'll be facing in the Champions League and in the Europa League. So until the next time, I will be here. My name remains Olawale Agbede, and this is Sports on Flip TV. Continue to watch Flip TV for all entertainment, information, and education news and updates around us right here in Nigeria and what's happening all over the world. Click subscribe on Flip TV on YouTube. Thank you very much. My name is Olawale Agbede. Have a fantastic day.
Anyways, because Spurs have missed so many opportunities. Brilliant, absolutely superb by James Ward-Prowse. That's how to take a free kick. There's no stopping that. A huge
get to it, and the ball has gone all the way in from the corner. They've done it again, Burnley. They've struck first against Liverpool. Ashley Westwood direct from a corner.